think I have it set now. See if anybody pops on here now, since I think I figured it out. Think I have it figured out. Oh, what's up, Bugs? Yeah, I finally figured it out. Yeah, if you give me a second here, I'll turn it around and show you. They aren't all from this year. They are from previous years. There's only 2 of them I have here that are from this year. So right now I'm just trying to get some tape on the bottom of these. So we'll see. Or on the bottom of this one, and then I gotta see where it's gonna land on the pot. So if you give me a second. Got 2 people in here. Who else is in here? So I'll show you guys what I'm doing real quick. Right now I'm just taping up around these antlers where it's going to be sitting on the pot. It says to use aluminum foil, but I don't have any aluminum foil, so right now I'm just using masking tape and hoping it works. Obviously I'm doing my buck first, that way I don't mess up my brother's or my dad's. If I'm going to mess up, I'd rather it be on mine. This is something me and my brother got into last year. We only did one last year though. We didn't have enough time to do any more. So I'll grab the camera and take you guys out and show you how I'm doing this. Bugs, I did see yours. I think I saw that at Antonelli's, or you shared it with him at Alfred's. So I did see yours, and that is a nice buck. Congrats on that, man. Happy you got a nice one. So if you guys see here, let me just flip you guys around. So I'm using an outdoor soup cooker to heat up the water. I'm just going to cook that excess skin and stuff off. So, Russell, hey man, thanks for joining in. So in Pennsylvania, you are allowed to get 1 buck tag a year. Obviously, here I'll show you. This one is my brother's. He took this one last year in Pennsylvania. Nice funky 7-point. I cooked that one off last year. This is my brother's that he shot. Yeah, that's the Pennsylvania one. This is the one he shot in West Virginia 2 years ago. And here I have 2 of mine. This one I shot 2 years ago in West Virginia. And this 8-pointer I actually found alongside the road in West Virginia and was able to keep the rack. So I reported it. They left me keep the rack, so that was awesome. I know I didn't shoot it. I'm not going to take claim I shot it. I found it a day after I shot this one, actually. This is my dad's. He shot this one in Pennsylvania probably about 4 years ago. We just never got to mounting it. This is my brother's that he shot in West Virginia this year. And the one I just put in the pot, I shot in West Virginia this year. It was a solid 9-pointer for West Virginia, and I shot that one this year. So I don't like how that's so wobbly, but it'll buff. Yeah, Bugs, I have a doe tag too. I don't know if I'm going to shoot a doe. Between the whole entire family, we pitch in all of our deer meat together, and we do it, and we split it evenly. So we have enough deer. I don't think I need to go whack another one. If I do, it's going to be a buck. It's going to be a nice one because I didn't shoot a buck in PA for the last 2 years. And I would really like to get back on shooting the buck streak in Pennsylvania. Don't know why I'm drinking iced tea right now. I have the wood burner in here burning. Just kind of keep a little bit of the dampness off. When you do work, you always got to drink beer. So, Bugs, if I had one here to cut out, I would show you. It's really not hard to do. It's just knowing where to cut. Now, some of these, they aren't going to be perfect, so I'm going to probably have to do some shaving. Russell, no, I don't eat the antlers. My dad always said that. He goes, my dad always told me you can't eat antlers. Well, I started messing with him because now he's on that spree of, he shot a couple nice bucks. It was probably only about 3 years ago. My dad's up there. He's pretty old. High 50s. It was 3 years ago he shot his biggest deer of his life. It was like a 120-inch 8-point buck. He shot that one out of the stand. I shot my one big one out of. It's his stand. And after that, he's kind of on the... He doesn't like to shoot little deer anymore. He goes after the big ones. But Bugs, if I had a deer here with the rack on and the hide, I would show you how to cut it out. I might be able to try to demonstrate it here with one of these. Take my brother's little one. So you see how it is. So what you do is right behind the antlers, and you gotta be careful because it looks like when they did this, they nicked it. So right behind the antlers, you want to come down on an angle like this. Like you want to come down on an angle. And then on the front side, you want to try to do that same thing. Go down on an angle, but meet where this cut is. And then you'll get this. This is actually looks like a pretty good cut, except for they nicked the antlers. So this one won't be bad to do. But it's just making sure. I use a reciprocating saw with a wood blade. Makes it a lot easier to do. And this will be the second mount I'm actually doing. Last year we did one. It was for my dad. And we started doing it because we just kind of got to the point where the guy that used to do ours, he got sick from cancer. He was our neighbor, and he just got to the point where he couldn't do it anymore, and that was back in 2021. And I'm a believer, if I can do something myself, I don't want to pay somebody else to do it. So that's what me and my brother kind of got onto. So I don't know how long this will take. Hopefully I can get one done. If not, oh well. So how you really want to do this, and I have a pencil here, I have a tape measure somewhere, I just need to find it. My garage is a mess. I bought this house over a year ago, and I'm currently demoing everything. Hey, Duck Hunter, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. I will subscribe to you after this. I don't know if you also follow Pain Train Outdoors. That's my buddy Al. Bugs knows him. Great channel. Shoots a lot of recurve bow, traditional archery. Very big hunter, and got into that. So that's awesome. He's doing very good this year in hunting. I don't know if he went out today after work or not because we work together. I was stuck at work till 4:30. He left before me. So I'll show you guys what I'm doing now. Right now, so these plaques, these kits, you can buy off Amazon. You can get different ones, nicer ones. They average anywhere from $30 to $50. And it just comes with a cap, rope to go around. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just going to find the center of this one. So it looks like I'm at 11 inches, so I'm going to go 5.5. Just going to put a little pencil mark there. And it looks like I'm at 8 inches, so I'm going to go at 4. Well, 7.5, so I'll go 3 3.25. That's where I want to be. I'm not a professional at this. I'm not going to claim to be a professional. But if I can do it, I'm just going to do it myself. You know what I mean? So, duck hunter, no. A lot of these deer, there's only 2 of them here from this year. The one I currently have out in the cook pot right now, cooking the rack off. And this one. This is my brother's he shot down in West Virginia. The one I have cooking is from West Virginia. We're from Pennsylvania. My brother actually shot my target buck this year in PA. It was a big buck. We called him Bo Winkle because his one half of his rack paddled. Like, it was like a 10-inch mass on it. It was insane. Never saw anything like that before. He got that one this year out of my tree stand because I was at drill for the military. But I'm happy he got it. I'd rather him get it than any random person I don't know. And it was his biggest buck. So that was awesome. That scored a rough score of 119. And he's getting that one shoulder mounted, which if he wasn't, I was going to get it shoulder mounted. It was a very awesome buck. But most of these bucks are from the past 3-4 years. Just never had time to get them mounted. Bugs. I was pretty sore yesterday. Pretty sore yesterday. It's been a while since I did that, so it had me a little bit. Had me a little bit. So right now I'm going to actually get my drill with the drill bit. I just have stuff sitting everywhere in here. All the mounting kits. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to Bugs, would it be cheaper? I'm going to say yes. So the kit only cost me $35, $36. But now it goes by how I want it to look. If you want it to look very nice, I would probably let somebody else do it, like a taxidermist or somebody that does them more often and is more professional with doing it. If you really don't mind how it looks, like me, I'm not really picky about it. I'm going to need a file. So I will do it myself because I have a lot of house projects going on. So I can't always afford to spend money on this. So if I can do it myself, I'm going to try to do it myself. And it's also something neat to know how to do. If I wanted to, if I get pretty good at it and somebody asks me to do it, I can help other people out by doing that. Duck hunter, cutting wood is a lot of work, and I love cutting wood. So if you guys also want to do this yourself, always have files. Because you get some like this. I'm going to try to file it off or file it down so it kind of sits a little bit better. Last year I used a grinding wheel on this, and it made a pretty bad smell in the garage. I was not a fan. We did it in my parents' garage, and they were not happy with me. Gotta make sure you don't hit the rack. And that's just to get it down to make it sit better. Doesn't have to be perfect, just kind of has to be a little bit flush. Because this cap will cover a lot of ugliness. Oh, what chats are coming in? You don't live far from Al, do you? No, I do not, Bugs. Actually, I lived where we live now. I lived here my entire life. Al actually moved in here. Well, moved into town last October. Me and him worked at the Gap together. Me and him worked together, so it was a pretty easy sell to get him to move over here. I'm gonna try to do this real quick. Move it up so I can actually see the chats better. Bugs, if you want to get together soon, I'm down. Me and Al actually have birthdays coming up in February. We plan on doing a joint live for our birthdays. I'm actually a day older than him. Bugs, the bone smell is Duck Hunter. The bone smell is disgusting. So right now I'm just gonna drill 2 holes in here. Spin you guys down. Hopefully it doesn't tilt any farther than what I want it to. Wonder what that smells like. You guys go to the dentist and get cavities done? That smell from them drilling at your tooth? That's what it smells like, and I hate that smell so much. That is like by far the worst smell ever. So you want 2 pretty decent sized screws. They don't have to be super long. Just something that's going to help hold it in place on the plaque. Bugs, born in '89. I'm a '95 child. Bugs. Maybe we'll all have to do a joint live together. We'll talk to Al and see what he thinks. Duck Hunter, power tools are always great. With me buying my own house, I have more power tools now than what I ever thought I would need. Now, I'm just going to line this up the best I can from eyesight. It always helps if you have another hand here to help hold it in place. kind of got a little lopsided there. See if I can get that fixed. Probably gonna throw one more in here and make it a little bit better. What is ASMR, Duck Hunter? I don't know what that means, buddy. Sounds like this drill's done. I might have to put it on the charger real quick. I didn't bring the other one out the house, so. Al told me again today that Tony needs another surgery, I believe, if I heard him right. Which sucks, and hopefully he can get better soon. Happy with how that looks so far. I'll show you this on the plaque. Looks a little off, but hey, I'm not a professional. I could probably fix that real quick, honestly, by just doing this. That looks a lot better. Let me get this battery on the charger. Bowmat Outdoors, thanks, man. How's it going? Heard you shot a doe yesterday, if I heard them correctly. Congrats on that. Now, when you're done, your deer antlers, you stain the bones part with it. Duck Hunter, no, I actually don't. So this one. This is the one my dad shot a couple years ago. This is its natural color, and this sat in the garage, so it wasn't out in the sun. So, and it wasn't nowhere where sunlight could actually get to it. So this is the actual color of the antlers. Really white. I like to leave them how they naturally are. I don't like really messing with them a whole lot. Now this is the fun part. I don't like this part because I always feel like I'm going to mess this up. And if I do mess it up, it's mine. I'm not doing it for anybody else. You ain't getting seed in China. So, we'll work with it, right? Right. Give myself a little mark there. That up a little bit more. This is probably the hardest part out of this entire thing. And it's cutting the section out for the antlers. This was my worriment last year when we were doing this. I didn't want to mess it up. But I mean, I'll just hang it up like this too. I'm really not picky on how this stuff looks. I know some people might be, I'm really not. Here's the fire truck going. I don't know if they're doing a parade tonight or something. My phone didn't go off for any calls, so it is what it is. So, Bomad, what I'm covering my skulls with is, it's actually a kit you can buy on Amazon. You just look up the deer rack mounting kit. You can buy them off Amazon. Really cheap. Like $35. So right now I'm just shaving it. This cover up a little bit, get it fit right. Alice, how's it going? Nice to see you here. Thank you for joining. If some of you guys know me from watching Pain Train Outdoors and watching their lives, my mouth is bad. I will do my best to keep my language in touch tonight. Oh, obviously my mother hopped on here. Hello, Mother. How's it going at home? I gotta give my mom props. She puts up with a lot of my shiz. Still trying to get this one side to sit right. Too much. We'll see. I'll show you what I'm doing here, guys. So I'm just trying to push it down, see how it's laying. Obviously, you're gonna have to do some touch-ups to this. So I'm doing this one right now, just putting it on, taking it back off, touching it up. Just making sure it's going to sit right around this. I'm not a professional at this. I wish I knew how the professionals do it so easily. But I'm in the game for saving money. And if I can save money, I'm happy. Sorry if I'm missing your guys' chats. Yeah, Duck Hunter, go check Pain Train out. They have a really good channel. And it's not about killing everything. We eat deer meat. Deer meat is actually very good for your body. It's one of the best red meat source you can get. So, and I do it for a sport, and I eat everything I kill. So, it's not like I just woke up one day. It's like, I really want to go kill something. No, it's for sport. We eat everything we kill. It puts food on the table. So, I mean, I know it's not for everybody. I know there are people that really don't like to see animals die. I'm very picky on what I shoot, so I don't know why that's still not sitting right. Probably because of this right here. Really trying not to mess this one up, guys. But like I said, I'm not a professional. You ain't gonna see it from New York unless I show you it on YouTube. So. I will not be doing taxidermy work before I know it. I don't get paid enough for that. I'm actually just gonna cut this in over here. See how that looks. See if that fits a little bit better. Oh, is Alan Tony live tonight? I thought I asked Al at work if he was going live tonight. I don't think I did ever get a response from him though. So when you do this, you also need a glue gun. It's like craft time. And this one's not looking how I want it to look, but it's whatever. Oh, that's not good. There it is. Well, you can tell them I said hey. And look, I'm not going to be rude here, but if you're just going to sit here and troll and cause issues, you can kindly see yourself out. I don't have time for that stuff. We can have our differences. We can disagree on things. But I don't want nobody having or causing issues in here. This is a friendly channel for everybody. So, like I said, if you're going to have issues, troll, and please just see yourself out of here. I don't have time for it. Yeah, Duck Hunter, it's coming along all right. Like I said, it's not the best work ever, but people ain't gonna see it from New York. Uh, actually, Bugs. Last year I did. Last year, the one I shot down in West Virginia, it took me 3 shots. It was running, got it. So last year I did end up doing that. Tell me I didn't grab the right size glue sticks. Nope, we're good. So now what I'm going to do is just kind of glue this down a little to help keep it where it's at. Needs to warm up more. I mean, and we can interact, but I just don't want you here bashing what some people enjoy to do. I wouldn't do that to you. So, I mean, if you're, like I said, and I'm going to let the moderators on the channel take care of it if they seem like they have to. We can agree to disagree, but just keep it friendly. Yeah, Bug, some days it be like that. Now we got glue. Now we got glue. I don't want to start with this. Before I do that, I need a hammer. I didn't bring one out. I have this though. Don't want to break that. So, bugs. So you don't have to wait for the hide to dry. What you do is you actually cook it off. So what you do is you actually cook it off. It's like how I showed you out there earlier. You put in a pot of boiling water, and you just literally just cook it off. This one got a little off-centered, but that's okay. So this is what I'm looking at now, guys. It's not the best. There are some areas I'm going to trim here real quick. That way it sits in there a little bit better. Key is not to cut your fingers. Bugs, I think I missed. And I'm over this already with you. Bugs. Yeah, I mean, I will gladly help you with yours. Like I said, I'm not no professional, but if you trust me enough, I can honestly try. Yeah, I mean, Bugs, I don't like that stuff. You want to sit here and talk about people rights and having their beliefs and everything, but then you just keep on trolling. I'm not a fan of it. So it also comes with this nifty string that goes around the antlers, so you can hide some of your mess ups. It's amazing. How I'm going to do this is I will go around. Let's see if I fix this whole portion I accidentally cut. So right now I just put a little bit of glue on these ends to help them stay together. Let that dry real quick. Try to pull some of these strings off, spider webs, whatever you want to call them. Figure I'd do my deer first, that way if I mess it up, it's not a big deal. Ooh. I tried bugs, like I said. I'm not that great at it, but I mean, it's in my house. I'm gonna be the one to see it. It's not about really how it looks. It's just about the memory of the hunt too. So there's the first string around it. Like I said, I messed up a little bit on the back, but there's not a whole lot of room there. But you really can't see it. Like when it's up on a wall like this, who's gonna see? Now this one I'm actually gonna do a little bit different. So you can put a little bit glue on it, or just burn it a little bit. Burn it, roll it. uh, the lighter's always easier to do that with. Now I'm just going to place it there just to see what it looks like, and then I'll pull it out, and then I'll put a line of glue on it. Try to get it tucked back in there. Little piece there. I'm going to cut a little piece here. Just help cover that up. too much glue there, but I'll make it buff out. So you put a little bit too much glue on. If you put something there like a spoon, let it dry a little bit, you can pull it right off. Pretty nifty. Pretty nifty. Spoon does more uses than what a spoon should do. Now what I like to do, and I don't think I have a marker out here. Might have to run in the house for it. I'll show you guys this real quick. Get all these spider webs off. That's pretty much the finished product there. You can see it's not the best. Did mess up a little bit, but it'll work. Now, what I like to do is, I like knowing what year I shot these. So right here in the top corner, I'm just going to put 2022 West Virginia. Now when I get a marker, I'll actually write on the back the year and where I got it at. Next part of this comes into play of putting this mounting bracket on. Need the battery. Bugs, like I said, I will gladly do yours and I will show you how to do it. It's really not hard. I don't mind showing you. So yeah, I mean, if you ever come up to Al's, if you have the kit and already have it cooked off, I will gladly show you. I need a new drill bit. That's a for sure thing. think I might be a little off-centered there, but it'll look good on the wall. But like I said, it's not the best. Might clean it up a little bit yet, but for the second one I ever did in my life, there that is. And you guys can ask me any questions that y'all want. I'm open to answering anything you guys have questions about. Duck hunter, I like to do both. Bow and or a rifle hunt. Ooh, excuse me. The biggest buck I shot was with the rifle. The second biggest buck I ever shot was with the bow. So let me grab the phone. I'll walk you guys out here to the antlers cooking. See how they're doing. So as you guys can see, I have in the pot. You see that skin starting to come off a little bit. She is boiling. Looks like I actually need to add some water. Gonna rotate a little bit. I don't want to do that. I want it up. I'm gonna add water to this real quick, guys, so you're gonna go dark. Do I go bear hunting? No, I don't. Bugs. No, actually, it really doesn't smell outside. I was gonna originally do it in the garage, but figure it wasn't the best idea. Carrots and dumplings go with that. Duck hunter, I think I might pass on that one for now. Question is, do I want to do another one of these or no? Do you guys think I should do another? Ooh, I forgot about the fire, guys. Get some stuff in here. The arts and class craft. Oh yeah, arts and craft class ain't over yet. I like that one. No, the fireplace I have in here actually keeps it nice and warm. So this is what you get if you order this stuff off Amazon. Comes in this. You open it up. The plaque, the cover. Yeah, chainsaws are fun. Like Bugs was saying about earlier, we were getting firewood this weekend for Al at Pain Train Outdoors for his garage. My cousin outside with Shibe. If you guys don't know, he also has a YouTube channel, Outside with Shibe. Mainly cutting firewood. He's also very big into hunting. He shot a very nice mountain buck this year in PA, about 400 yards from where I hunt. Beautiful buck. He did a rough score on that today. I think he rough scored around 132. So that's awesome for him. He's making out pretty well all over. He shoots at least 1 or 2 bucks a year, one down in West Virginia and one up here in PA. Duck hunter, mine out here in the garage, I will burn just about anything in it. It's just for the garage. It's nothing special. It's what is it again? Something star, I can't, double star or something like that. Potbelly stove, I bought that for like $200. Al actually helped me pick it up and move it in. I have a fire pit outside too. That's made out of cinder blocks. Pretty big fire pit. That got used a lot. So, like I said, I'm in the whole renovating my house stage because I bought it over a year ago, gutted the whole thing, and now I'm just in the process of trying to put everything back together, I guess you can say. Should have brought out my other drill bits, but it's whatever. So I always drill first, especially with antlers. That way you don't mess anything up. I'm going to try to put this one on more of a angle so I can work behind it a little bit better. Bugs, honestly, I don't know. If you do a European mount, I know there's a lot more work that goes into it with... I helped somebody do one before. And... this thing's irritating me now. Like I was saying, I helped somebody do one before, and you gotta cut the hide off the head pretty much, and it's not easy. It's not the most fun thing to do. But then I know you have to go into the whole thing of bleaching it. You got to wrap the antlers in like saran wrap, aluminum foil, and then you cook it off. Pretty much what I'm doing, but you use, I think you can use peroxide, which I have here in case I wanted to try it, and bleach. And you cook it like that, and you actually bleach them, man. I never done it, so I don't know what the first step of really all doing it all would be. I'm gonna need a bigger screw. That won't work for the back. I have a bunch of old screws here, so that's what I'm using. Need a longer one than that. Longer one than that. Maybe this one will work. We'll see. Now, as you guys can see how I put this one on, there's a little bit more of a lean to it. So it's out a little bit more. That's a nice thing with doing them. You can, with screws, you can kind of determine on if you want it to sit back, like I had the last one, or if you want it to lean forward a little bit more. I think the lean forward a little bit more looks a little bit better if you're going by on a wall aspect compared to this one where it's just straight up. So it's all really up to you and your preference. I will say probably the longest part about this whole process is cooking the racks off, honestly. It's the longest part about this whole process. I'm sorry if I am missing some of your chats. Drywall screws. Drywall screws are actually probably the best screws to use for this. Because usually the threads on them go through wood and everything super nice. And they always say like bone is kind of the same density as wood. In an aspect, that's why you use a wood blade to cut the antlers off. So I always like to just drill holes through it first to prevent it from actually breaking. Now, we're back to the part where I don't like cutting this because I never feel like I do it right. I wish they just had, like, I don't know, something to make this easier. Show you guys what I'm doing. Sorry if I'm bad at showing you guys actually what I'm doing. This one's going to be a pain. Put that one down. Now that I have it like that, I'm going to try something different here. I'm actually going to put this bottom pin in, thumbtack, whatever you want to call it, down in here. Stand like that. Then I can mess around with this a little bit more. Which I feel like I'm going to have to move that up. A lot of void space down in here. So I'm going to try not to ruin this. That's okay. I can fix that. I wonder if it actually gives you directions on how to do this. Probably should have looked at that. Alright, we're just going to do it this way. So it's something I now trim down there. Still something I need to trim up here. Just a lot of trimming work. That's actually sitting relatively nicely. Need to trim a little bit more on this bottom side here. Directions. Who needs directions? Bugs, I agree. I'm usually a no direction guy. A little bit more up here. See, as you guys just see what I'm doing, I'm just slowly trimming more and more away. I don't know where my beer's at. Beer. Fire has a nice slow burn to it. Feel the heat coming off of it. It's not too cold here in PA today. So I'll show you guys what I mean. So here you see how it's not sitting properly. So I'm slowly just trimming right here. That way it sits better. And it's taken little by little, not a whole lot. Just a little bit by a little bit. I hear something happening outside. It sounded like the propane burner was about to go out. That's actually starting to look really nice, guys. I like how it's looking now. I like how that's looking, so what I'm going to do now is you see these slits I have here. I'm just going to put a dab of glue on that. And try to push that back together where I want it to hold. And it's hot glue, so it doesn't take long. Same thing on this side. A little bit of glue. Push it together. Let it dry up real quick. Nope. Too soon. Probably a coyote snatching my deer head. No. That wouldn't be fun. Oh, that side came off. Do we do any trapping, Duck Hunter? No, I do not. But so I throw a lot of American darts. I don't know if you guys know what that is. And one of the guys I throw American darts with, he does a lot of trapping, which is awesome. Great, awesome guy, all around awesome dude. He does a lot of trapping. So I don't, but I know he does. Before I go hammering on it, I'm going to push it a little bit. It is what it is there. This side keeps on popping off a little bit, so I'm going to try to fix that up again. So both sides keep on popping off. So that's telling me I did not shave enough of this stuff off, which is fine. So, since I was dummy and bent the one pin for this, I'm going to have to improvise. And this actually might help this. That actually might help keep it together now that it's pushed down. See if I can do this without really causing any harm. Where's my spoon? Good thing about hot glue is if you get it on something, it comes off super easy. So I'm just gluing this one end down to make it look a little bit better. Obviously I didn't shave enough off, which you live, you learn. So, Duck Hunter, did you get anything this year for hunting season? And where are you from? Like, what state? Where do you hunt? Hey, Duck Hunter, that's fine, man. I appreciate you coming here, watching this. like I said, this won't be the only one I will do. I'm actually almost done this one, to be honest. This one went a lot quicker than the last one. It's like I remembered how to do it a little bit. Oh, here's the lighter again, guys. Burn a little bit. Quash it down. And it doesn't take long, couple seconds. Just to keep the ends from fraying. Now I'm going to do this one a little bit different. I'm going to actually just put the glue right on the end here. Hey, Duck Hunter, sorry you have to go, but hey, man, thanks again for stopping by and sticking along here with me. I appreciate it. Like I said, once I'm done here, I will subscribe to your channel. So I really appreciate that. I hope you went over and checked out Paint Train Outdoors and their channel. Great group of guys over there. So, but hey, man, like I said, I appreciate it. I truly do. Ooh, the hot glue's hot. That hot glue be hot. I learned y'all today. I learned myself too. I'm gonna have to go home and Google how to get glue off your fingertips. Hey Bugs, maybe sooner or later I'll get more people here watching too. Should have brought my other drill out so I didn't have to keep on switching bits. All the other drills are set up for drywall. Oh, nice. Well, I'll probably finish this one up, Bugs, and I'll probably go over and check their live stream out for a little bit. Tiny screw. Look at this one, Bugs. This one turned out a lot better in my eyes. Definitely looks a lot better. So there's the finished product for the second one I did. You can tell it's a little off-centered, but I mean that's what it is, how it is. Little gaps, just because I didn't shave it down 100%. But you're gonna look at it like this, and you can't see them imperfections except for it just being off-centered. So there's the finished product. This one. Put both of them up. I'll actually weigh them down here and show you guys both. There's the second one I did. There's the first one. I think they both turned out pretty well. I'm not completely happy with this one, but it is what it is. First time I did it in how long, so I was getting back into it. I only did one prior to this, so. Yeah, Bugs, we're always going to have some bad people, but it is what it is. Haters going to hate. So Bugs, I can do a rough score. There is actually an app you can use. You've got to pay for it though, but there is an app you can use to get the score of the deer. I do a rough score where maybe we'll save for another live. I think I should save on giving a quick rundown on how to do a quick score for another live. What do you think, Bugs? I won't actually separate the fingers. That is actually from hanging insulation in my house. So I gutted the entire house and was hanging insulation. I had a hammer staple. I went to staple, finger got in the way. Didn't staple my finger, but I smashed it with a hammer staple. But yeah, Bugs, maybe next time I do this, I might do another live sometime this week or next week. I will give a quick rundown on how to do a quick score of a deer. Because I can pull it up on my phone and show you. I can tell you one of the things you're going to need. It's a tape measure like this. It's the seamstress tape measure that they use. Just because it's easier to work with and it bends. But I'm going to call this live. Thank you, Bugs, for joining in. Duck Hunter, thank you again if you're still here. If not, I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the people that liked. Like and subscribe to the channel. I have my YouTube channel probably maybe a little bit longer than Al's. But I do more wood stuff, and I've been trying to get more into the hunting. It's just getting good videos to do it. I actually talked to him about doing a live with this, and he said it sounded like a good idea, so I gave it a shot. I'm glad I did. So, I appreciate you. But yeah, I'm going to call it quits here, Bugs. I will see you over at their live.